Shack because we definitely got to make sure we introduce her. We alive?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So, welcome to another night in the She Shack. It's Tuesday, and we have so much stuff we want to talk about. We have our girlfriend here who's always in the She Shack. So, Sweet Bitch is in the building. Also, before we get really indulged in our conversation, I want everybody to kind of take a look at this book. It's called Tequila's Way, and the author of this book will be making an appearance on the She Shack, talking about her book and what motivated her. Here we go again. I swear, every She Shack can know that he's live. He knows we live, and he walks right in front of the camera. So it never fails. You never know what's going to happen in the She Shack. But Tamika is coming. She's going to be here. So everybody grab a copy if you can. I also have a couple signed copies of the book that I will be giving out free. So I have my mom here, and I have big homie over here that's joining us in the She Shack tonight. And they're going to kind of like, you just pick random names off our live feed, and you just stay tuned, and we will make sure we get a copy of this book out to you. It's called Tequila's Way. This is an African-American author. She is absolutely amazing and community activist, and she will be coming to join us in the She Shack. So let's get right to it. Mom, I know you said you had something you want to talk about.
Likes, subscribe, likes.
Yo, remember that this She Shack is live, that we're live. So we do have a YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the like button. First Class Home Care, .net Y Trench. You can find us on YouTube. You can also find us on TikTok at Conversations with AQUEEN. You can find us on
Yes, T, that's him.
Then you can find us also on Facebook, First Class Home Care. And right now, I'm also on Instagram as Black and Beautiful. Just stay tuned. We're getting this platform in order. Everything will be on one accord very, very soon. So with that being said, let's just get right into the business. Because I know we all want to talk about how
Did anybody see the award show last night? That's all I got to say.
I didn't see the award show, but I heard about the award show. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
You okay? So let's talk about it. Did you see the show?
I didn't see it. I just seen. Beyonce was really nice. She did a good presentation. Okay.
Who did she did a presentation to? Like I didn't see anything about it.
She was singing.
She
sang this song, I'm Alive, I think that was the name of it.
Okay.
And it was all that in the bag of chips.
Okay.
But the highlight of the evening.
The highlight. This is the highlight.
For me, it was the highlight of the evening.
Oh, so this really just made it for you. This
it was so unexpected and shocking.
Okay, let's talk about it. So what happened on the award?
Well, you know, I love the cheese. You know, and I'm just yawning on this. My boy Chris Rock, who I had not seen in a while, because they're doing some jokes, okay?
Right.
You got to look over there and saw Miss Jaden with her, you know, her shaved head and everything. Don't get me wrong, sister was looking good with her.
Yeah, because Jaden's beautiful. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. But
I know. I'm telling you, you better be careful.
oh boy, Chris went a little bit less.
Yeah, Sweet Bitch is serious.
He went a little bit less.
Okay.
So my boy Will Smith, you know, Jaden, you know, he was laughing at the jokes and stuff at first.
Right, it was funny at first.
Yeah, but shit got serious.
So shit got serious.
Oh, it got real
fast. Then.
Oh, it got it got real serious.
What?
Well, my boy did it with so much pause. I just got to give him credit.
Okay, what did he do? Tell me about
Well,
it.
you know, at first I thought he was going up on the stage to shake Chris Rock's hand or something. You know, give him a little dap.
Yes, he did. See, yes, he did.
Honey, he went up there with so much focus. Slapped us. I can't even get it out. He slapped Oh my God. He slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. He did one of those Matrix moves. And my boy turned around, did one of these numbers and buttoned up his jacket and went back and sat down. I said, they must have forgot where he's from.
I think the part for me that let me know, I thought it was like staged at first when I watched like the video playbacks or whatever. I thought it was staged, but when he was like, keep my wife's name out your
fucking mouth.
Right, and that's what he said.
That.
So and when he kept repeating it, I think that you can hear Mike Spitz from Cotton in the room at the Oscars because everybody was so quiet, and I'm sitting there like, ooh.
Yeah, but see, this is I knew when it turned serious. When it turned serious, when he was telling those jokes and everything.
Right.
The expression on Jaden's face and everybody sitting around her changed.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
See, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And all the expression in the little pie that they were sitting in.
And that's what made Will tighten up and realize that the shit wasn't funny.
It changed.
Shit wasn't funny no more.
No, it wasn't funny when he started going in on Jada talking about G.I. Jane, okay?
Okay, let's stop there for a minute. Because I kind of feel like, okay, Jada has used a public platform to talk about her struggles with alopecia. And this is Hollywood, right? So you already know.
Well, he didn't know.
No. Everybody in Hollywood knows. Once you use a platform for any reason, you open yourself up to jokes.
You do open yourself up to jokes, okay? But this is the thing. I went back and I read the statement that, being on a serious tip, I read the statement that Chris Rock put out, okay?
What did apology.
He did apologize. He put a platform, he put it out there that he was not aware. And if he was aware, he would not have done that, okay? What he, in other words, he wasn't aware of Jada's illness or her alopecia.
You know, Chris Rock's daughter actually is suffering from alopecia as well.
Is she now?
Yes, and he didn't know that.
Okay, so it was a little insensitive.
It was very insensitive.
Okay, so I actually asked my husband about what he thought about it.
Well,
okay,
you know what?
And
I didn't even think about it.
Well, what I would have done would have spoke on it, and I'd have met him in the back.
Yeah, that's what you would have done. But I didn't even think about him over there. Yeah, I thought about him, but I thought about the sister over here.
Me?
Yeah, honey, you.
Why?
But I know. Let me explain. Let me just say this. I know my daughter done changed. You know, the Lord done touched her life and all this other good stuff. I just want to break it down to you. Okay. But I saw my daughter walking on stage with them 4-inch heels of hers that she normally wear and smacking the hell out of Chris Rock. I said, oh shit. We gotta get some bail down here. See, that's where he come in. Now that's what I thought about. I was like, oh my God. I can't wait to say this on live.
I almost choked. She just spoke us on live TV. We just on live social media.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's just how I felt about the situation, and I thought about it all day long, and I was like, Lord.
This is what I really want to know, because your opinion to me was like, when we discussed it a little bit, like briefly or whatever, prior to going live, you brought out the fact that you felt a little embarrassed with Jada. So, and I want to explain, why did you feel embarrassed with Jada?
I guess for me, because I've been around a lot of broken men, men who are emotional, with the things that Will is going through. He spoke about it, with the things that him and Jada have been going through and stuff like that.
Are we talking about the August Alsina?
No, I'm just talking about just Will. Him.
The struggles with the marriage.
Yeah, the struggles in general. And, for, like I was saying, for Jada to have opened up the floodgates the way she did for people to even have such strong opinions and stuff like that against her husband, you know what I'm saying? And my question is, where was Jada? You know what I'm saying?
You mean when Will went up there?
No, not when he went up there. I'm just saying, period.
Why hasn't she spoken out? Why hasn't she come
Yes, she
out
did.
in a matter of support of her husband.
Right, she did.
Okay.
She came out on the talk this afternoon.
Oh, she did?
She did. They said that I didn't get the opportunity to watch it, but I will watch it.
Okay.
And I may comment on it later.
Okay.
But it did say that she was coming out, to speak on the incident and her alopecia and this other good stuff. Now, as we was talking earlier, you did say that Jaden did put some things out there when they was doing the little round table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is true. Well, she did. She put it out there, the struggles that they was having in the marriage. But like I said, it's always two sides to a story.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the episode of the round table, I saw with Will sitting there talking to his wife.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So when I saw the episode with him sitting there, and he was actually agreeing, confirmation, is that the word I want?
Confirming.
He was
Confirming,
confirming
okay.
a lot of the things that Jada said. Now, granted, I wouldn't have put it out there about what was going on in my bedroom, because whatever goes on in my bedroom is between me, thee, and Jesus.
Okay. Right. So
But-
Jesus is invited though.
Well, I mean, he can't help it. He's everywhere. But nobody else is going to know about it. I'm just keeping it 100 now.
Right.
So, but...
Jesus be nasty like that.
Yeah, well, so he had to do something. He was born. So, Mary Magdalene had to do something. What the hell? But anyway.
Listen, y'all. You never know what's gonna be said in this.
No.
It goes down. Like it really
This
conversation.
is rugged and raw.
Things get really real, but it's real because where do we get a chance to talk about what's really happening and giving our point of view that's unpolished? You know what I mean? Like, so everything is polished, but we get to be able to be. Not to say I'm not going to be, because I saw the look, Mom. I saw the look, and I already, because, my mother, let me just share this. So, my mom has always tried to have me to be a Southern belle. Because, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and so we do things a little differently. And so when I got to be around 15 or so, my mom sent me to etiquette school. So she believed in everything being polished. Oh, yes. So this was like, I was no longer allowed to sit like this. You have to put it up.
Well, yeah, that's true. But this is the thing about being polished, okay?
But we don't want anything.
No. We're not polishing up anything over here. What I'm saying is that I always have been able to sit down and have a conversation with whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was a homeless person on the street or it was the president of a company. I was able to sit down and have an intelligent conversation regardless of who I was speaking to and on whatever level they want me to be on. So with that in mind, why would I think anything less of my daughter? You understand? Matter of fact, I wanted more for her than I did for myself, okay? So yes, I sent her to school, and I sent her to etiquette school. She was in a debutante ball, and she was presented.
What is that?
A debutante ball? A debutante ball is when you have girls of a certain age who are not engaged in sex.
Okay.
Okay, they are virgins.
Mm-hmm.
And we present them in their teenage years. So, and they make a commitment to remain that way until they become of age or until they meet the person that they are going to say, this is my mate for the rest of my life.
Like how when in the Puerto Rican culture, I don't know what age it is, but they have that what is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
Quinceaneras, something
Quinceañera, like that. And I think the girls are usually about 15 or 16. And it's really like you become into like adulthood and you're honored. Because, like in our African American culture, we call it a sweet 16.
Right.
Like, so in, this is more like the Christian culture.
Okay.
So on this platform, it's very formal. Like you are dressed up, similar to how the Puerto Ricans do. It's a very formal event. You do the waltz. So you have to learn how to do the waltz. and it's 7 courses of a meal.
Okay.
Right? And so you have all these spoons and forks, honey. It's a spoon and a fork for everything. Do you understand me? I'm talking everything, glasses, plates, bowls, all this stuff. So they teach us how to be able to engage in those type of high profile, high class events. How to speak, how to sit at the table, what to do, what not to do. Just how to be a young lady. Like when I was younger, I couldn't really understand the benefit of it. Mm-hmm. But as I got older, I started to realize that those things that I was taught in my younger years coming up actually affected the way that I presented myself and how I handled certain things as an adult. So going back to the conversation that we was having earlier, because I think that's going to really shine light on really what our topic is today. Because our topic is about getting out your own way. Yeah. Like, and when you got out your own way though, like, when did you realize that you was in the way? Like, cause sometimes we don't even realize when we in the way. Like, God can't do what He want to do in our lives because we in the realm of divinity. And when you're in the realm of divinity, like, then you must have it. Because so sometimes it's misunderstood and it's thought that when we start to experience challenges in our lives and things are going in a not so great way, that it's because the devil has done these things. No, God allows us to go through stuff too. Yeah. Because he has to get our attention, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, for me, speaking of getting out my own way and really taking my hands off of situations and saying, okay, God, I give this to you too. Mm-hmm. Now, and then not just give this to you now, like getting really out the way and say, I give you everything. Like, I just want to remind everybody that this is not like a religious platform, but we talk about everything in the She Shack. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, and we've been talking a lot about creating the new us. Alcohol. Right? And yeah, He turned water into wine, don't you forget it. So and on this platform, we've been talking about this, right? Mm-hmm. We've been having a lot of conversations, myself and my mom, and you and Shy and I, and it's like we talk a lot about where we were, where we are, and where we're going, and realizing that it's okay that we don't know how we're going to get there. Amen. Right?
That's true. And yeah. I have to say this, and in anything that you go into, it's going to bring about a change, okay? And sometimes the people that's in your circle, they may not understand the change. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason why when you are on this journey, whatever your journey is, that's the reason why some people get lost by the wayside. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because they don't understand the journey that you're on. You understand? And I always say that sometimes God puts special people in your life for special reasons, and you never know what that reason is until that season is gone. Mm-hmm. And it has happened to me more than once. Okay?
And that's like, it's funny that you say that because it's my experience. Or what I have been experiencing as of lately, because a lot of this stuff is new for me, Mom. You already know.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So, we just I'm like, I'm not as polished. I mean, like, I'm one of the biggest things this platform really is about is transparency and honesty, because you never know who you can be talking to or who can relate to where you are, where you've been, or just have some bout of confusion. People think like, oh, they just trying to get on to do another talk show, or trying to get on to try to, everybody want to be rich and famous.
This is therapy for us.
This is really
therapy.
This is like everyday chat, how we talk to each other, how we encourage one another, and we just inviting people in. Yeah. And so coming back to, us making these changes and getting out of our way, and in the light of transparency, because it's important to be transparent. I could not wait to actually talk about this because the more that I have decided that I'm out the way, the more that I've decided that, okay, God, whatever, to be disciplined, to be obedient. Obedient people take obedient as a bad thing.
No,
and
it's not
really
about. It's not a bad
not.
thing. And see, sometimes this is something else you have to realize. And I know we're not being religious, but we're being forthcoming. When you are going through changes in your life,
Right.
and you're trying to make the change for the better, sometimes God will chastise you.
Amen.
Okay? Sometimes He will chastise you. All right?
Yes, I
And
just went through
then
this.
sometimes when you're going through something, you have to ask the question, what is it that you want me to know?
What did I just say to you?
Okay.
I just said that. Like
What is the lesson that I need
I'm
to
supposed
learn
to be getting from this.
from
Right.
this situation?
Right.
I ask that
Absolutely.
question all the time. All the time I ask this question. And in the midst of me asking that question, I'm constantly praying for what I'm praying for.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm not looking through a looking glass. I'm not looking through my own eyes. Now I have to kind of step back,
Right.
okay, and realize, you know what? He is blessing me, okay? He is blessing me. You know, because a lot of times my daughter said, Mom, you need to stop complaining. Stop worrying. Stop doing this. Stop doing it. And I'll be like, you know what? This is what they said. Once a woman, twice a child. Because she's the adult mother now and I'm the kid. Okay?
No, I'm not really
But
that.
this is the thing. But I don't say anything. A lot of times I just fall out and start laughing. You know why?
She does.
Because a lot of times it's the absolute truth. You know? And I learned that since I have humbled myself, because I used to be a spitfire in my own right and still can be when I need to be, okay? Let's understand that. But, with that being said, I have learned to listen. Okay? I have truly learned to listen.
Listening is a skill.
Listening
And it takes
is
skill to
something
listen.
that you have to learn. Okay?
It's a skill.
Because a lot of times when somebody say listen and you kind of you miss the point. Okay? So now when I'm talking, because this Yvette is like my biggest adversary, I admire her. All right? Like I admire a lot of people, but I truly admire her, and I'm very proud of what her and her husband have accomplished in their lives. All right? So, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of people don't get as far as they got.
This is true.
And still be together.
This is true.
After almost 30 plus years. Okay? I only made it to 27.
Our business in these streets.
Okay?
Because I'm with mine. Because what I told you the other day.
I mean, a lot of people
Not sure.
haven't made it. I mean, this is no secret. You know, this is no secret.
Especially in our community.
No.
You don't
You're
see,
right.
you don't see this big homie, you really don't. Look, I just got married. And what I told you.
Well,
I hope
I
at the
look
end
at
of the
it,
day
yeah.
have as many years as you and Big Homie.
yes, it's
But
absolutely
you know what? It wasn't easy.
right.
Okay?
This is, I think that's the part people really be missing on
Oh,
this. Okay, because people
I'm
really
in
be
it, so
missing
I
that
know.
part.
It
Because
wasn't
it's,
easy.
you don't know like how like we were parents like super young, right?
Yeah.
Like super young. So I was 19, I think, 19, 20, something
Well,
like
let me
that.
put it this way. She
But
was a
already
senior in high school.
Already 3 kids in, big homie. Like you before, like I
Yeah,
had my
before she was
son.
21.
Yes,
But
I had my son 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. That made 3 kids.
It made
You know?
3. But see, this is the thing. See, my daughter, I think she resented me in a little bit, but I really didn't care at the time.
Now she really put my business.
Okay? Because my whole thing was, you're going to graduate from high school.
No, I didn't resent that. No, I was gonna graduate high school anyway. I think the breakdown in communication because my mother was highly disappointed that I had a baby. And I knew I was disappointed. I didn't even know how to handle the situation being like, I didn't. And it was like, I think my mom was expecting more from me. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't able to give in that moment. Because as a young mother, I was trying to process it out. Mm-hmm. You know, and my whole life had changed. Yeah, because I had a scholarship to go to Tuskegee University. I was going to study biomedical engineering. I was an honor student. I mean, I was the kid that did everything right. I didn't get in trouble. I wasn't running the street. I wasn't fast. I wasn't promiscuous. I wasn't and this was during the crack era. So everybody was out. I grew up in the Lower Ninth Ward. I don't know if people's familiar with that, but during the crack era in the Lower Ninth Ward, it was going down.
Yeah, it was serious.
It was going down, okay?
It was serious.
If you wasn't selling crack or smoking crack, you was with somebody that was selling crack, or your mom or your daddy was getting high, or whatever the case may be, and you was corny if you wasn't at the lines, if you wasn't at the second line, if you wasn't at the parties, and my parents didn't play that shit. Oh, they did not play that shit, you understand me? Mm-hmm. Let me roll up there and it's past 4:30. I'm supposed to have been home from school. See, I can appreciate that shit now, but when I was young, I'm like, yo, I don't get to do shit. I ain't get to go nowhere. I went to 2 dances. One of them was my senior prom. Okay? And I went to one other dance, and I think that was like my winter formal in my senior year in high school.
No, don't say that.
No,
when you was in
7th grade. Now she's going back to the 7th grade. So we're going from the 7th grade to the 12th grade. Do the math. So, but I get it now. It was things that my mother was so concerned about for me and wanted the best for me. You know, and as
and your brother.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. My mom, I don't think my mom realized how amazing she is. And what has actually influenced me to always want to be the best version of me. So even on this path, we got the title Creating the New Us and bringing balance and wellness, you know, it brought about first class wellness and recovery services. It brought about the collection for the full moon. It's brought about this platform because I watched my mom. Watched you. I watched you in a way that I don't think you even real. I remember us having a car, and it didn't have any.
I was just telling somebody about that. You can see the yellow line.
You can see the road. You had to ride in the car with your feet up on the seat like this. But we had a car.
Yes, we did.
Right?
And then I had one you had to bang with a hammer to get it stuck.
Listen, and we thought she was the best mechanic in the world. We didn't know what this was all about. We'll see her do this little thing with a Coca-Cola can, pour it over the battery or something. And then the next thing you know, the car started. So, that's real struggle. You understand? When you have somebody that strong, that does amazing things, and don't even realize how amazing. You don't realize how amazing you are as a woman, as a friend. I was just talking to Kashaya in the car when we was on our way. I was like, I need to call my mom because I had a whole moment today prior to us going live because the devil has been so extremely busy. He's been trying to make this impossible today. Just overall, just been emotionally challenging.
You about to adjust it, right?
Did you even order our hot wings? Because we hungry.
What you mean turn the camera sideways?
No, we sideways on the
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
On my phone.
Yes, we are.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, they can't even really see us.
We sideways on Instagram.
But I just sideways on Instagram. On Facebook, we good. I don't know. Maybe it's your camera. I don't know. But anyway.
So that was just a little shout out to you, Mom. You always know how to straighten out my crown. You always in the fact that it makes me feel good because I know that you're proud of me. I know that you was worried as hell. There was a time where I was just I know that you was just waiting for the phone call. You was just waiting on the call because I already know this is gonna be it. This is the one. I know this is the one because being just so being an emotional wreck, number one, being like always being looked over, for all and being judged because being young and having kids, people thought I was promiscuous. They was more like, oh, all your kids have the same father? Really?
Yeah, you know why they said that and they were shocked? Because most people have a whole nation under one roof.
But it's okay, I feel like that shouldn't judge a person.
You shouldn't judge a person.
And it doesn't determine the characteristic of a person because they have multiple children with different fathers.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's true. And I'm not judging, but it happens a lot. But in this,
I don't know who this is talking
That's Shoni.
to me. Oh, I'm cracking up.
What's she saying? I love you, Shoni. No, that's like, let me just tell you.
She said, Tremaine, I know what I'm talking about.
She's like, Shoni, I didn't even know you was watching us on live, but baby girl, I love you, and I just want to, she's not in the She Shack, but she's in the She Shack because she tunes into us, and I just want everybody to know Shoni is the freaking bomb.
Yeah,
okay? She is really the bomb. She supports me, encourages me, she pushes me past my limits, and Sean, to anybody that's watching, anybody that don't even know, now you do know, I'm Shoni's little hood bougie friend from New Orleans that, we can pop off or we can get it started or it could be lit, it could be whatever, but I absolutely love you, Shoni, and I'm going to always call you Shoni.
Yeah, well, okay.
Xandrin.
So, but get back to what we were talking about. No,
don't just like doing it like that. Toast this to you, boo. I love you.
Love you too, Shauna. I am who I am. And we all know who I am. But anyway, I'm not judgmental when it comes to a lady that had more than one
I'm drinking wine.
father in the home.
And she's good.
That's not my
I'm
thing.
drinking wine.
My thing
You
is,
want some more?
I'm just like Erica Badu. Okay?
Oh, yeah, how so, Mom?
Because Erica Badu said, as long as I'm able to take care of him, whatever goes on in my home is my home.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm going to say the other time, we weren't really sure how we was going to be taking care of all these kids. Well, because Mama wasn't happy about these kids. So check this out. Now, she's talking all this junk over here, but let's just keep it 100. Because when I got pregnant with number 4,
oh yeah, I was mad as hell. I stopped speaking to her.
She stopped speaking to me. Everybody
And I told
speaking.
him I thought you knew better. Okay?
Yeah, she did. She was hot.
I
Now,
was
by this
hot,
time, we
but-
married, though.
Yeah, but they married and everything. But this is the thing. It wasn't so much that they had baby number 4. Okay?
Oh.
It was the fact that she had hard pregnancies.
Right.
Okay, she had real hard pregnancies, and then when she had baby number 3, the doctor came and said, well, we don't recommend that she have any more kids. And when I found out that she was carrying my sweetie, Tamara, okay, oh yeah, I was hot as hell. Okay, I was ready to be some.
No, what she said was, and I quote, because I'll never forget it. She said, what, y'all don't believe in condoms or what? Like, what seems to be the problem around here? Okay, you're married and everything, but strap that thing up.
Yeah, I sure did say that.
Now, she talking about she don't believe in being in nobody's bedroom, but she damn sure herself straight up in our stuff, married and now. But,
But I won't take anything from Tamara. Tamara's my heart.
she's fabulous.
Okay,
She's
Tamara's my
fabulous.
heart. I won't take anything for her. And thank God that Tamara got here safely. But yeah, I was a mad bitch. Okay.
And honey, just for all rights and liberties, we don't even want her to be a mad bitch because when mom is like the bitch that she can be,
It takes me a while. Once I chop down on something, it really takes me a while to let it go.
it's like on wheels. Have you ever had a bitch on wheels, but the wheels rev up before they really get going, and then when they get going, it's busting through everything that's coming? Well, that's the best description I can give to you.
But I'm a lot better now.
Yeah, I think
time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I know I've grown.
I mean, we all have a story. I don't know how much of your story you want to share, but this is the She Shack, so you can't be coming in the She Shack like you're not gonna really be talking.
You already know.
So because in the She Shack, it goes down in here. Last week, I don't know if you was tuned in, but it brought tears in the She Shack. My mom got very, very personal. She actually shared some things that I didn't even know as her daughter, but it just made her look even stronger. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem sharing my story. There was a time in my life where I did have a problem with it. I was some parts of my life I was embarrassed about, not because I was embarrassed of you or embarrassed of my family, but embarrassed of decisions that I made. You know, embarrassed of failures that I knew didn't have to be failures.
Well, that's how you learn that. You know, everybody have to go to the University of Hard Knocks. You ever heard, you hear me talk about that?
Yeah, but see,
all
the
the
thing
time.
about it was, Mom, some of these hard knocks didn't have to be.
That's
because,
true.
you
But
know,
that's because we had hard heads.
I was
There you
hard.
go.
I was hard-headed. I was stubborn. I was angry
And she
about a
didn't
whole. I was about a whole, and I did not listen. You couldn't tell me. I was rebellious. Anything like it was like I felt like nobody really understood. But see, now looking back, you know, I was carrying a lot.
She was carrying.
I was carrying a lot.
a lot.
It
You know,
was-
I
it
know
was hard.
It was hard, and I commend her that she came through. You know, because I had a girlfriend, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but her 18-year-old daughter committed suicide. Okay, while they were in the home. And that really was like a wake-up call for me, because I really didn't want that to happen to my daughter, because like her, that was her only daughter. Okay, Yvette is my only daughter. And now, since she's older, she's my rock. You understand? And the reason why I say that she's my rock is because of some of the health challenges that I had to endure. And I'm not talking about way back. I'm talking about in the recent years or recent months. Okay. I have had a lot of health challenges.
We got 10 minutes left.
So
Thank
that's
you.
fine. Well, we can always continue on this.
Because like the conversation actually still goes on in the She Shack.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's everything has a season. All right. Everything has a season, and every season has a beginning and an ending. Okay. So
I'm so happy my season. I'm not gonna even say my season of loss, but the season of hurting myself. The season of not, of self-inflicted pain.
That's
Because it was things that I blamed myself for that I wasn't responsible for. I just was dealing with the residuals of situations and circumstances that it really made life harder in times that it didn't. I didn't know how to deal with a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna get into a whole bunch of it, but I was touched as a child. And I didn't know, I didn't understand a lot of what was happening.
I think that's a topic that we should definitely touch on.
well, we will touch on it, but before we're getting close and it's almost time for us to wrap up. I just want to put it out there if anybody have any questions that they want to ask at this point. Feel free to ask us. You can, chime in at any given point.
Right. This is really. I don't want people to think like we're just like talking like this on like network TV and you just
share
like
your
watching
stories
everything.
with us as
That kind of stuff. We want to hear from you. This is our platform. Like actually building a community.
It's a safe
of
place.
groups. It's definitely a safe place.
Yeah,
This
because-
one, stay walking. You know what?
This is a safe place.
We're gonna seriously. We're getting somebody. I'm gonna hire a professional because this is not going to keep happening every
Now
Tuesday.
you have to leave Trench alone.
Here we go. But listen. Anybody that knows someone that knows how to handle this technology, social media stuff, and can get us live talking and all this and all of that, please hit me up. You can text me if you have my cell phone number. You can email me at ydtrench at Yvette_Trench at First Class Wellness and Recovery Services. Hit me up, man. Text me. Let me know. DM me on my Instagram, my Facebook, because I need a professional. This has to stop. Okay? This has to stop. We're not going to keep doing this each week, but I'm talking about if you want to be included in we have an empty seat over here in the She Shack, and you can come in and give your male point of view next week at 7 o'clock when we get on.
If I want to be included, I'll just turn all the cameras around.
See what I'm talking about?
And I'll be the only one included.
See what I'm talking about? Thank everybody for tuning in, man. Thank you for your support. I don't care if it's one person or 1 million people. We're going to do this every week because it's important. It's important to have conversations, and I'm talking about, we're going to talk about everything. It might make you a little uncomfortable, but it's going to be real. It's going to be uncut. This is a platform. We are not biased. I don't even deal with biased people, by the way. That's just not my thing, and if you know me, I don't deal with judgmental people. I don't like that kind of stuff because of the simple fact that who am I to judge anybody about anything?
Well, you have to look at it like this here. When you point your finger at somebody, you need to count how many fingers pointing back at you.
I'm not pointing the fingers, period, because listen, the whole thing is I believe in the glass house statement. People in glass houses not supposed to throw rocks, and
no.
I definitely have one of those. So with that being said, hey guys, thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for coming to the She Shack. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. We'll be back next week. Same time, YouTube channel. Hit the like button if you like it. Peace.
Subscribe.
Oh, subscribe.
Don't forget to read the book.
Oh, please don't forget the book. Tamika is coming all the way to Smyrna, Delaware from North Jersey to talk about Tequila's Way. It's an awesome book. It's a great read. Please come in. Please. And I'm going to send out copies. Hey, Shoni, your copy is on the way. Matter of fact, I'll drop it off to you. Love you. Good night.
We all thinking? Nope. We still on the air.
So we still on. We still on live. Oh, she stay with this phone lock. She act like she got all this business in this phone.
No.
She always got this phone lock with her.
Tiara sent me to her DM. She also said she wanted to be on the show.
Who?
Tiara.
Oh, TT? TT, I'll see you next week, babe. You trying to be live? Come on in. Y'all like my setup, by the way?
Yes,
I caught myself trying to set it up a little different. Next week we changing the colors. There's gonna be a lot of purple in here, so get ready. So our colors is actually purple.
Yeah.
Our colors is actually purple. I have some purple. We gonna set that up.